A lot of moves going on in the NFL, even though some of them may not legally be allowed to happen yet. For example, Vince Young has been released but has to clear waivers and can't talk to the Eagles yet, but wink, wink, we know that maybe he has. And a deal's probably in place. He's going to be the backup there to Michael Vick.
Are you saying that NFL teams are circumventing the rules now?
It would never happen.
We certainly wouldn't report that here at Pro Football Weekly. But, if Vince Young were to end up in Philadelphia, we can tell you that it's a very interesting move. And it's one that if you read our whispers from a couple months ago, you know that we've been sort of tracking this and saying that if the Titans let him go, Philly's a natural landing spot. Look, I mean, they've taken on big-name backups in the past. Michael Vick,
for example, their starter now.
Yeah, the guy who's starting right now. And look, I think they're going to have to count on Vince Young to play at some point. Michael Vick missed about 5 games worth of action last year, almost a third of the season. That's amazing to think about. So Vince Young, I believe, if he signs, will be in an Eagles uniform this year playing some football. We'll see if they can make the most of it.
Quarterback carousel continues, including in Miami, where we had heard about Kyle Orton possibly being traded there. Instead, they signed Matt Moore, maybe ends the Orton deal.
I still don't think it's completely dead, although they have all the leverage now. They say, look, we've got our backup. Chad Henne's our starter. Orton can be put to the side. Maybe his price tag drops. There aren't a lot of teams still looking for starting caliber quarterbacks. And it's a tricky situation out in Denver. You don't want this guy making all that money and having to be this awkward mentor to Tim Tebow. So I wouldn't be stunned if they kind of readdress this deal at some point.
Let's be honest, Henne and Matt Moore may not be the strongest quarterbacking combo in the league. Jonathan Joseph, one of the top free agent corners after Nnamdi Asomugha. He signs in Houston. They really needed someone.
I never believed the story that the Texans were leading for Nnamdi Asomugha. I just got some information that somebody said that, look, I think they might go in a different direction. They did, and they struck big. And I think they made a great move here. Jonathan Joseph may only be a very small notch below Nnamdi Asomugha. And guess what? He's 3 years younger. Excellent move, sort of jumping the gun on this one, beating out teams like the Detroit Lions. That defense slowly putting together here a pretty good unit, I think.
And not as flashy of a signing, but still solid from the Texans. Yeah. And finally, Roy Williams reunited back in Chicago, unofficially, of course, similar to the Vince Young deal, going back to play with Mike Martz.
Yeah, and as Darryl Drake, his wide receiver coach he played with in college. So, this is a good reunion here, I guess. But Roy Williams really hasn't proven himself the last few years. I don't think he's nearly as talented as we thought he was. We'll see what he can do in Chicago in this offense.
His best year was under Martz in Detroit. We'll see if he can kind of reignite that again. That's the latest of what's going on around the NFL. Be sure to keep following us at ProFootballWeekly.com.